Hello, welcome to our first ever podcast. We unfortunately don't really have a name yet. This is something that we want to do, and if it does well for us, then we're just gonna keep going with it.
I agree with you on that one, but I think we should probably introduce ourselves just a little bit. So, how about you go ahead and go introduce yourself first?
Hello, my name is Matthew Sinatra.
And I'm Hawk 40 USA here, but I'm pretty sure you guys are already familiar with us and all that, and like what Matthew said, this is something new we're trying.
Yeah, and we want to make this like a series. Like we don't want to do like daily podcasts and stuff, but we just like want to do this like whenever we're hanging out and stuff, and we're just like, hey, let's do a podcast.
Exactly, and I ain't gonna lie to you. He's the one who talked me into this, and I did agree with him. Like, you know what? This is gonna be a little bit something bigger, something a little bit better, something like, okay, we gotta step back a little bit, and you know what? Let's just give it a shot. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it works out for us. And I just think this might just work perfectly for us.
Yeah. So next week is the Dragon Ball Super movie, and you have no idea how excited we are for this.
Indeed, Matthew. Indeed. So, and that movie I can't exactly wait for is. Just seeing the trailers, seeing the animation, just me personally, it's amazing, extraordinary.
Yeah. I mean, like when the trailer came out and stuff, we were watching it a lot because we were trying to like analyze like what's gonna happen in the film. And after that, like there's a lot of people that's just like getting spoilers
Right,
out there.
yeah.
And so I've been trying to stay away from it because I want it to be a surprise. Like I don't want to know like what's gonna be in the movie. Like I want to like guess what it is and then see it and be unexpected.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I see where you're going there, and I've mentioned this in my videos, like when we made a collab like not too long ago.
Mhm.
I mentioned that it already got spoiled for me, the whole movie because of Twitter. Gotta love Twitter, but
Yeah.
what can you expect? I already got the whole movie spoiled. I know what happens at the end. I already know what's happening, going on, why everything's happening with Broly and everything. But this is something I'm actually looking quite forward to. And not only that, people are saying because they've already seen it, or like that Las Vegas thing, not going to be like, for instance, Rhyme Style,
And
Nanogenics. I think after Senju, maybe. I'm not too sure about that, but they were part of that, and they saw the movie early.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like one of those things that, like, they said, like, in things they said in their videos, that was like one of the greatest animations they've seen.
Yeah. Oh my god, like it's even like the background about it was like Akira Toriyama was never like in the Broly movies, like he didn't like even direct it and stuff, and so this is like his own perspective of it. So Broly is now canon, which is fucking cool.
Which is, yeah, it's amazing. It's top dog, and it's great. But the thing is, I will might as well ask this for you, even though I already know, but you can explain it to these viewers here. Is that when, and yes, when did your little ass get into Dragon Ball Z? Because I'm pretty sure I already know that.
So basically, as a little kid or like growing up and stuff, I never was into Dragon Ball, and
freaking lame.
Shut the fuck up. So, anyways, I only saw like a few moments of it on like Nicktoons and stuff, like Dragon Ball GT, which now I know that it's not like a great show.
Yeah,
it's
no,
like
GT was a disappointment.
Yep. But I think when you moved in, you showed me like this game that was like Dragon Ball related.
It was Dragon Ball Xenoverse. Yeah, it was Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, actually.
I believe it was Dokkan Battle.
Was that the first one?
Yeah, that was the first one that you showed me. And I
Okay.
didn't get it like because I didn't know how to play it until when I got a new phone. I decided to get Dokkan Battle, and from
Yep.
there on, when I hit 16, the day after I hit 16, I decided to buy myself the first season of Dragon Ball.
Yep.
And
I
then
remember
from there
that.
on I've just been buying seasons of like Dragon Ball Z, and it blew me away. It's fucking
I know. And
amazing.
things though, not gonna lie, not trying to take full credit. I did introduce him to Dragon Ball, and it was amazing, and I'm glad about that. And so since he explained his little story there of how he got into it, obviously I might as well. Might as well not keep the viewers aching and everything. But I got into Dragon Ball Z around, man, this was actually a few years ago. Like,
Mhm.
it was a long time ago. My brother, he introduced me into it. Like, it was on. Oh man, I don't remember what channel it was on, but he introduced me into it when it was on, and he told me he grew up with it. So I was like, sure, I'll watch it.
Mhm.
And man, oh man, that was the greatest thing that ever happened to me. And I fell in love with it. Watched everything about it, and it was great. And the saddest thing was, like, I mean, saddest, but also the greatest thing was when the Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods came out.
Oh yeah.
That's when they was like that. It just came out of nowhere. No one was expecting. Like, oh shit, Dragon Ball Z is coming back. And I was one of those people who was like, hey, I've watched all the shows. I know what's happening. Oh my god. And I was, I mean, it makes me happy. I was glad, and not only that, I've also read the manga. I've also read the manga version of Dragon Ball Z, and yes, don't worry, that also includes Super, because that's obviously the newest, latest thing that's out right now.
Mhm.
But I've also kept up on that too.
Yeah.
And personally, I just kind of think Dragon Ball Z is just it's an inspiration. Like, there are some things in there, like, I mean, yeah, there's sad moments, but there's also those moments where, like, it kind of shows not to give up in a sort of way,
Mhm.
or whatever it is. And Dragon Ball Z is the real thing. It's the shit.
Mhm.
It's something that's just, I'm not saying everyone should watch. Like, and things I totally get it.
Absolutely.
And I totally get it. Like, not everyone is into Dragon Ball Z or into anime.
Yeah.
And don't worry, like, I get that. But the thing is, though, even if you like, and even for you viewers, if you guys are even into anime, or and you guys are like maybe scared to like maybe show it or prove it or whatever, you shouldn't be. Like, you want to show who you are,
Mhm.
and um, it's just everything's great about the series, the movies. Besides Resurrection of F, because I mean that was terrible animation, but people may have their say. And then yeah, I mean I won't continue on long enough, so I
Yeah.
mean I'll let you go off for it because I know you agree with me a little bit for that.
I agree with you 100%. Like Dragon Ball Z is like one of the greatest animes to ever come out and stuff. And I know like a lot of people have like different tastes and like a lot of people would have like different types of media that represents them. But for him and me, we went to Dragon Ball Z whenever we were like in a bad situations in our life.
Yep,
And the
exactly.
one that got me out of
Depression.
my
Yep.
depression, was the Gohan versus Cell, which
Oh
in
yeah.
my opinion is fucking underrated. Like it's thrown under the bus, and everyone thinks that Goku and Frieza is like the best battle ever in Dragon Ball Z, and I know who likes it more.
I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, yes. The Goku and the Cell. Okay, no. Oh wow, Gohan.
Wow.
So much for me trying to know this shit for Dragon Ball. God. Okay, so but things. Okay, don't get me wrong. The Gohan and the Cell battle. Yes, that was a good one.
Mhm.
It was a great battle.
Yeah.
But you gotta think about it. With Frieza versus Goku, yes, we did lose Trunks against Cell. I will admit that. But we lost Krillin to Frieza. And we almost lost Piccolo also, again.
Yeah, that's true.
And the thing is, though, and yes, it is, I'm pretty sure, because if I've done my research right and I've made sure of it,
Mm-hmm.
the Goku versus Frieza is the longest battle ever. If I have this right, I think it was either 2.5 hours or a 4.5 hour fight.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I'm not hating on you. That's just my opinion. But but things I agree with you, so don't worry.
Yeah. Here's something that you need to know though. After the Goku, excuse me, after the Goku versus Frieza battle, like the whole series was going to be done according to Akira Toriyama.
Yep.
But a lot of people wanted more of it, and there's one thing though. There was one thing though that they wouldn't like go into if Dragon Ball Z have ended. They wouldn't like see Gohan's like potentials like awaken. And so that went to the Android saga and the Cell saga. And what's really more interesting was that I believe it's like Android 21.
It's Android Android 19 and 20.
Yeah, Android 19 and 20.
Low key, it's Android 19 and Dr. Gero.
Yeah,
mainly.
Android 19 and Dr. Gero. They were basically supposed to be the main villains, but one like his manager called him and he's like, so this is the villains, some fatso and some old geezer. And then he created Android 17 and 18.
Yep.
And this all happened in like probably I believe like in the both manga and the anime version.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like the manga and the anime, for Dragon Ball Z at least, the manga and the anime are very similar.
Mm-hmm.
Besides Super, because they change things up, which we can go into later on.
And so anyways, like his manager called again and he was like, I don't like this because they're like punky teenagers and stuff. And it went to like first form Cell, which he didn't really like, and then final form Cell, which his manager accepted. And I learned all of this from a YouTube video about someone having an emotional breakdown for 30 minutes talking about his love for Dragon Ball Z.
Are you serious?
Yes, he's not like actually crying, but it's just like he's explaining like what Dragon Ball Z has done to him.
Okay, that's
like,
understandable.
He's like joking around like he's just having an emotional breakdown with it.
Okay, I get that. Don't get me wrong, that's understandable. That's totally understandable. I get that guy where he's coming from for a video. But a little bit of low key. That's like a little bit like, wait a minute. That's like a little bit too much.
Yeah,
man.
it's like, a little bit too much like, for like an anime series, but
just back it up a little bit. Like, don't get me wrong. Yes, that can be a big inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
It can help, and yes, there is animes that are out there that helped people out before.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, and yes, that is a true fact. It's a true understatement. It's true.
It's the truth. And that's why Gohan vs. Cell, it's like the most underrated battle in my opinion, and it's the best battle I have ever fucking seen, even though it's really long.
Right, and I'm not gonna hate on you on that, because I mean, hey, people have their own differences. They have their own opinion about it. It's true, and it makes sense. It really does. So for me, I'll get just a little bit into detail. Is oh man, I lost my train of thought. God damn, I really lost my train of thought that time. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, something to say, and then it was just like, oh, my mind is to somewhere else. It's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's just like, I mean, I'm kind of like thinking like, okay, yep, it's gone. Bye bye.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my. What about you? What do you think? Because since I already know what's happening in the movie, how do you think it's actually gonna end?
Honestly, like, we know how it's gonna end. Like, Goku's gonna defeat Broly, and it's gonna be all happily ever after. Like, I know that's how it's gonna end because Goku always wins, 100%. Through like struggle, like on the
brink of death.
Yeah, on the brink of death, and then he gets himself back up, and then he defeats the villain, which I know for a fact it's gonna happen at the end. But that's not gonna keep me away from saying it.
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. And like I said, I'm not gonna be giving the spoilers or whatever, because since I already know what's happening.
Yeah.
But besides that point, though, and I'm talking about out of the entire series of Dragon Ball Z, and this includes the movies, and it includes fusions, it includes everything.
Mm-hmm.
Who is your favorite character?
My favorite character.
Like I said, that doesn't include fusions, and that, like I said, includes all the movie characters, everything.
So just mainly the movie characters, not like the from
No,
the
the entire series. The entire series.
the entire
And
series.
it includes the movie characters. Like any character known to man. Like who is your favorite?
Oof.
But I'll have a little bit of fun with it. I'm not gonna be an asshole and just choose one. You can choose your top three. Top three favorite characters.
Well, my first favorite character of all time is Gohan.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I do like Krillin because he's fucking hilarious, and
Bayteen all the way.
true. My third character. Wow, my third character. Like, I don't think I have a third favorite character. I mean, I do like both Goku and Vegeta, but that's just like everyone's favorite character, especially like Frieza as well. Personally, with Gohan, I like him when he's at his SSJ2 level.
Makes sense. Yeah, that's actually understandable. But like, yeah, I think about it, he only did that for a while until the Majin Buu saga.
Yeah, he did that for a while, and yeah, that's like all like the two. Like that's
just the main two.
Yeah, that's just the main two I can think of.
I don't get me wrong. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. And for me personally, like yes, I'm a big time Goku and Vegeta fan.
Yeah, obviously.
So those are gonna have to be my top two. Like Goku's first, and then Vegeta's second. But my third one, and out of all honesty, for my third one,
Mm-hmm.
I honestly gonna have to go with Android 18. And or what people like to call her is Bayteen.
Yeah.
But I'll start with Goku first. Like for Goku, like yes, and I know. Don't get me wrong, viewers. I know everyone always like a lot of people choose the main character that's their favorite or whatever.
I just said that.
Okay, whatever. That's besides the point. Is that there's always a reasoning behind it for why people choose it. And for Goku, I just think like he has that thing where like he has that motion of just not giving up.
Yeah.
Like and like yes, there are times where he lies just to pull in his friends in a big time trouble, but he's like in a way he's kind of smart, but he's strong and he's just someone you can really count on and amazing and but dumb at the same time. Vegeta, number 2. I like the way he's portrayed. Like he started off evil, of course, and but then when he was slowly turning good, he was just an asshole to everyone.
Yeah.
And don't get me I like that about that Vegeta. Vegeta, he's great, he's amazing, and he was just a complete asshole to everyone. And then, but then, like, later on in the years, and also in the Dragon Ball Z franchise, and in the movies, and in the shows, and also current up to date, like, right now for Super, he's opened up. Like, he's, like, slowly opened up, and, but, like, honestly, he's a lot more opened up. He's an asshole, but that's actually died down a little bit. He's more nice.
Yeah, he's...
Which is nice.
Yeah.
And the reason why I'm also I'm a Vegeta fanboy is, oh man, and maybe like if people do remember this, or if you guys don't, and you guys have never watched Dragon Ball Z before,
it's fine.
Vegeta's final atonement. Majin Vegeta versus Majin Buu.
When he sacrificed himself, but
it was one of those ones like it was sad.
Yeah, it was.
Like, cause like he knew his end,
Mm-hmm.
but like he was like, you know what? If I'm dying here, I'm okay with that.
The funny part is,
And
like, when I saw Majin Vegeta like sacrificing himself, I think I was like calling you like really upset. It's like Majin Vegeta just died.
yeah, I remember. Like this fucker, he called me like when he was watching. He was like, dude. And I know he was sniffling. I was like, Majin Vegeta just died. Like the Vegeta just died. I'm like, dude, I know. He's gonna come back, so don't worry. I was like, you don't understand, man. Like, that was emotional. I'm like, I know. I've been there. I know how you feel, so don't worry. But anyways, that's my reason why for Vegeta. And then Android 18. I actually have a few reasons why. Not only because she's attractive and she's 18, that's besides the point, but
It's the main truth. Just admit it.
it's not okay. It's not the damn truth, okay?
We know how much you want her to be real life, and just like, I want to fuck this girl.
Okay, look. That's waifu material. Everyone can agree with me on this. A lot of Dragon Ball Z fans, a lot of Dragon Ball Z people. She's waifu material, motherfucker.
Okay.
So watch it.
Okay, bitch. All right, bitch.
All right, but anyways, I actually kind of liked how she started off. Like, obviously to be evil like usual.
Mm-hmm.
But things though, I kind of thought it was funny, but also it was also nice. Even though while she was evil, she couldn't hurt Krillin.
Yeah, that's true.
She never, like, even when she was in her best version, she wanted to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
She couldn't. In the future timeline, where it's no, not the future timeline, but in the present time with everyone,
Yeah.
she couldn't. And because she was becoming attracted to him, like.
Yeah.
She was just like, okay, I don't know what was going on through her mind, but she was always so curious, like, why are you saving me type of thing, or, like, for instance, when Krillin was right there, he had the button
Mm-hmm.
to blow her up.
Yeah, I remember that.
And yeah, she was defenseless right there. She was looking at him. He dropped it and smashed it.
Mm-hmm.
And she was curious why, but it was because for many reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Krillin was in love with her, obviously, and with Android 18, she was slowly growing on to Krillin,
Mm-hmm.
because that's someone there's someone that actually cares about her, or like actually gives a damn or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad about that. That's a good thing. But besides that point, though, she, I liked how she was portrayed in the normal timeline and then brought into Super and everything, and how she is now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad about that. Makes me happy. But if we're gonna be into the future timeline, if there's something I wish that could change,
Mm-hmm.
I kind of do think in the future timeline with Trunks' timeline. Okay, Android 17 could have stayed evil if he wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd have that feeling, like, yes, Goku was already dead and he was passed on and he was passed away.
Yeah.
I personally do think if Android 18 didn't kill Krillin that soon, I kind of think she would have grown on to Krillin. I really personally do think so. Because she would have grown on to him,
Mm-hmm.
and we've been like, oh, like, wow, he's not that bad of a guy. And she could have turned on Android 17. Yeah, probably most of the Z Fighters would have been dead, but she would have turned on Android 17
Mm-hmm.
and would have been good. Obviously, that would be changing everything and all that. But things I know for you as being a Gohan fan, that Future Saga was sad for you. And I know that because Future Gohan just had to die. Oh man, that was real sad.
Yeah.
Sad moment.
It was.
It's okay. That's okay. But that's the other reason why, and just the way how she was, just in general how she was portrayed and the way her character was, and she's like at first she was just all in it for the money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she married Krillin, but for a little bit she was all just in it for the money. But then she was growing on like, wait, it's not about the money. I'm married to this great guy and everything. And so she was starting to like slowly get away from that and wasn't always about the money part and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, that's besides the point. That's that's my point of my top 3.
Mm-hmm.
And geez, that went on for a quick minute. Jeez.
Yeah, that went on for a while. You were just like going on a rant.
I mean, hey, like I said, I had to explain my top 3. I mean, jeez.
Okay, so just to clarify some things, if you hear like a squeaking noise, that's just because like the beanbag chair is just fucking just rusted as hell.
Obviously and all that, but I mean, hey, it's been sitting in the corner with some stuff on it because I need a little bit of room.
Yeah, understandable. Also, we're gonna have another episode coming out next week, so this is just episode 0 because this is something that we're gonna experience, and if it does well for us, then we're just gonna continue on with it. And
Well,
episode 1
right.
is gonna be our review of the Dragon Ball Super movie.
So, just to also clarify with that, is that with the Dragon Ball Z movie, or Dragon Ball Super Broly movie,
Mm-hmm.
is that, just for everyone, just to be clarified, yes, we know it comes out next week.
Mm-hmm.
Literally 1 week.
1 week.
But when we were looking, since where we live at, and at the movie theater, that shit that was gone on Wednesday real quick. Like, it was bad, and not only that, me and Matthew were also at bad times too. Like I was in a different state. He was here.
I was
at
my home.
And I was in a different state, so we were like, oh shit, we gotta get these tickets bought.
Mm-hmm.
And we checked for next week on Wednesday. Wasn't available. But we checked Thursday, the next day. It was available. We got tickets for that. For the time that we're gonna go see it.
Yeah.
So, do you expect a podcast that night? Don't know.
Yeah,
Because we're not gonna get back until like late from the movies, and we might be, we'll have a lot of excitement and everything, but we might be a little bit tired.
We may be. So.
But it maybe we could actually get. It might not be this long of a podcast, or it can just be a short video, like a 2.5 minute, like saying, "Hey, we love this movie. It was great, but we're gonna continue it in our podcast either tomorrow or in a couple days."
Yeah, and don't expect like daily podcasts for us. We're just gonna
like, this is something we're trying out.
This is something we're trying out, and we're not gonna do it like every single day or just like every single Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. We're gonna do it whenever we feel like we should do a podcast and stuff. So once again, don't expect podcasts from us daily.
And I mean, but besides that though, we're still gonna be using our original content. Like, I'm still gonna be making my normal videos, my normal either Destiny 2 or Dragon Ball stuff, or even Dokkan Battle and Dragon Ball Legends. But this is something we're just gonna give it a shot.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I think this will go quite well for us.
Yeah, also I do have a YouTube channel, but I haven't started making any videos yet, so this will be my first video
In a really long time.
in kind of like a really long time, and I'm gonna try to like make video essays sooner or later.
Right, for sure.
So,
and
yeah.
And obviously, I think are we getting to the end of this podcast? I'm not too sure if we are.
There's one more thing I want to talk about.
Yeah, for sure. Like, before we get to that, you got your channel. It's been a really long time since you've started up on it. Like, you've shown up on my channel as like a guest at a up in there moment
Mm-hmm.
and everything. And I don't know how these podcasts will work. We'll either do it all on your channel, or we'll do go back and forth, like podcast 1, podcast 2 on my channel, then 3 on yours, and 4 on mine. That'll be something we can figure out later on when we have our own free time. We have time to talk. But anyways,
Yeah.
that's a little bit besides the point there. So what's the other thing that you want to like mention or talk about?
Jump to that, I'm gonna try to like get our podcast into like Spotify and iTunes as well, so that way people can have it as like either background music,
Oh yeah,
because
for sure.
a lot of people use podcasts as background music, or just like to listen to like whenever you're going to like bed at night, whatever you feel comfortable with. But
Yeah, that's what Matthew does.
yeah, I
But-
listen to podcasts a lot every night.
Yeah, do I blame him? No, I don't blame him at all. It's all good.
It's all good.
But the thing is, though, I agree with you on that. I mean, like, that's something we can try with, get it on iTunes, get it on Spotify. And man, if we do that, that'll be freaking perfect and amazing. Holy
Yes.
shit. But I don't blame you for the podcast stuff because, okay, I don't listen to when I go to sleep or whatever, but I do listen to podcasts. For instance, like Rooster Teeth.
Hmm.
They're amazing. They're great. Man, Rooster Teeth is great. But that's besides the point of going down that road. Is I don't know if you mentioned it. Maybe you mentioned it maybe a little bit more. I think you mentioned it earlier on in the podcast, but I'm not too sure. Is that we're not only gonna be talking about anime.
Yeah, that's not our point. We're just going to be talking. So what we're trying to do is we're just trying to like talk about different things. So we're talking about Dragon Ball Z and something else later on, but we're also going to be talking about some things that we think we should like be talking about, like some serious like thing that's going to
Yeah,
be
so-
going on in the world. And also like
Yeah.
since we are
Like serious confrontations that are going on, or what's
Yeah.
wrong with this damn world.
yeah, and since we're like into video games and like other medias and stuff, yeah, we're going to be talking about our opinions on it. And there are going to be some media that we will recommend for you if you want to take our
Suggestions.
Yeah, I can't even say that today.
It's okay, dude. It's okay, Matt. But and so, and also to add on to that is that yes, like for the most part of the podcast, that would be the main and general genre. Is like, hey, in this podcast, we're mainly talking about this subject. Versus
Yes.
like this one that we're testing out, seeing how it goes. This one's all Dragon Ball Z related.
Yeah.
And things I am putting this out there because this goes well. We hit the sky hot rocket and it goes well for us. Just letting you know, we're gonna just see what they're up to and what their plans are like. But we just might have some more people join in on this podcast. It's gonna be mainly me and Matthew.
Mm-hmm.
But we might throw in some occurrences of some other people that's also been on my channel, but recording got lost, but that's okay. But you'll see some other people that will get introduced into our podcast, and they'll be part of that conversation instead of us two. There'll be like 3 or 4, whatever, and we can figure that out perfectly.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're just going to have fun with this, and we're just going to see what we can do to it. But I want to talk about Kingdom Hearts for a little bit.
Kingdom Hearts, okay.
Yeah, so I've recently been playing it because since Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to be coming out in about 2 weeks, I decided to buy myself the Kingdom Hearts 1.5 plus 2.5 HD, which was on sale for
God.
$31.
God damn,
Yeah, and it's
bro.
like with that, it comes with like 6 games: Kingdom Hearts 1, Kingdom Hearts Rechains of Memories, I believe, Kingdom Hearts 2, 358 2 days, Birth by Sleep, I believe, and then Recoded, which was the game that I played, and I didn't beat it because I was stuck on that one Pacific boss and the Olympics world, and it was just so hard to beat. But yeah, I'm honestly I'm pretty excited for the Kingdom Hearts 3 game because I've been waiting for a new one for a while now, and even though I haven't played it in such a long time, I am really excited to see what they're gonna bring to us. And I know what the worlds are gonna be. Like the worlds that they're gonna bring into this new game, yeah, they're gonna bring back like old maps that they had in like Kingdom Hearts 2, like the Olympus, like
Yeah.
Hercules, Pirates of the Caribbean, and Winnie the Pooh, which the Hundred Acre Woods
Yeah, for sure.
universe was was my personal favorite. But there are some new worlds that I just thought were kind of okay, like the Frozen one, which I'm not so sure about. I'm really looking forward to like the Toy Story world and the Monsters Inc.
Oh yeah,
universe.
that looks actually
That
really interesting.
yes,
That's something I
that's
can't wait for either.
yes.
But things though, just to put on for record, he's got the Switch.
I got
My
the
ass,
Switch.
I don't. I only got my ass at the PS4, and that's all I got. But would I maybe possibly sneak into his house and steal that? More or less, yes. Is that possible? No.
Yeah.
but if we're gonna talk real talk though, yes. Will like like I'll maybe like go over to his place, try it out, see how Kingdom Hearts is, and all that.
Well, like after I get done with like the game, I'm just gonna loan it to you, and then you
Oh
can
yeah.
just give it back to me once I'm done with it.
Oh yeah,
But
for sure.
like when I heard like what the worlds were gonna be, I was just kind of a little disappointed with it because I like Kingdom Hearts when they used to go with like the OG Disney movies. Like in
Oh
Kingdom
yeah.
Hearts 2, there was like 12 worlds. There was The Nightmare Before Christmas. There was The Lion King.
And the night before Christmas was my favorite.
Yeah, The Nightmare Before Christmas, The Little Mermaid,
I mean, for crying out
Mulan.
loud, I have a mug that's sitting over there on my counter.
Yeah, you have like the
It's a
Jack
Skellington.
Skellington and have the Sally shit. I'm kind of jealous. I may take them. Who knows? But like, the creator of Kingdom Hearts said like in the third game, there's not going to be a lot of worlds like they used to have like in the second game. So they're just like putting it down
Interesting.
to 8.
That's actually quite interesting to me.
Yeah, and I mean like I'm just not so sure with both Frozen and Big Hero 6. And sure, like they're good movies, but there's just something about me that likes to have going into like old school Disney worlds, like I never seen the Jungle Book universe, and I want to see how that would play.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Yeah,
thought.
and,
I mean,
like-
but think about this. I'm pretty sure Nintendo's done it before. They could come out with DLC.
Probably. And
I mean, I don't know. Like I said, it's been a long time for my ass has played Kingdom Hearts.
yeah.
So like, I might find a way, or I'll watch the videos of refreshing my memory of Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
But they could come out with DLC where they could add that type of stuff. But that's besides the point. That's off topic.
Yeah. It's not going to come out on Nintendo Switch. It's just coming out on like the PS4 and the Xbox One.
The Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3, the new one. It's not coming out on the Switch. It's just only coming out on the PS4 and the Xbox One, from what I heard. I didn't hear anything about the Nintendo Switch though. As cool as that sounds,
Actually, no. I'm
to
actually
me,
doing. Okay, keep talking. I'm actually do my research on that because if that's true, then I guess I can get that both then.
Yeah,
If it
we
turns
can
out to
just
be that
both
way.
get it. I mean, I think it would just be easier for me to get it and then just like loan it to you, so that
Oh, yeah.
way you don't have to pay like $60 for it. Like
Oh yeah, for sure.
a new game is like $60. The Nintendo Switch, $300. Like it's insane. Like it's insane of how much money I'm just like putting out there just for like the stuff that I may not need, but I definitely need Kingdom Hearts 3 for sure. But I would say this. When the Kingdom Hearts opening trailer came out, the song was just beautiful. I mean, I know a lot of people
The song was freaking dope.
Yeah,
bro.
I even
that
showed
had
you
a
it.
good beat.
And a lot of people hate it. Like a lot of people hate it because like of the drop and stuff. Like it doesn't really like connect. But honestly, in my opinion, it's like one of the best songs that Kingdom Hearts has ever come out with. And it's even like a collaboration of, can't pronounce her name, and it's with Skrillex. And so that's really interesting. And what's more interesting was I never even knew this, was Skrillex is a longtime Kingdom Hearts fan. And so this is
wow.
like
That's actually
this is
interesting.
like his song dedicated to his like fandom of it. But like in my opinion. So
Right,
it's
for
really
sure.
cool.
I mean, I don't blame you on that one. I mean, for the way I'm saying, it's actually, you mean, yeah, you're right. It's gonna be on PS4 and Xbox One. So, rip me because I thought it was only gonna be on Nintendo Switch for some reason. Like I said, I haven't got into Kingdom Hearts Kingdom Hearts 3 because I was like, you know what, I want to try to keep away from that type of stuff and wait until it comes out. But it's good to know. It's good to
Yeah.
know.
I play Kingdom Hearts 2 like a lot. I'm not pretty sure if I beat it or not, but I played it when I was like 8 years old, I believe. I was I was at like this babysitter's house where she had like a PS2 and stuff, and she wasn't like bad and stuff. She was fine, but she had like a PS2 up her stairs, and she had like these PS2 games like I can't really think of any. Spider-Man 3. Spider-Man
Oh
3,
yeah,
it's
man, I remember Spider-Man 3.
Spider-Man 3, and there was Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. So I kind of like went back and forth between like the first Kingdom Hearts game and the second one. Honestly, even though I am a fan of Kingdom Hearts, I don't really want to play like the side games, like the Kingdom Hearts 358 2 Days and stuff, and the Birth by Sleep. Even though a lot of people may argue with me that like it's trying to connect the whole story together, that's the one problem I kind of have with the Kingdom Hearts franchise. And as hard as I'm not trying to bat shit on it, it's just like the whole story process of it is just it's kind of complicated to follow. Like it's like not trying to
I
even
mean, yeah,
explain like
it
what's
is.
going to happen, like what's going on.
Right. Um, I agree with you on that for sure. I mean, I don't know. I don't have that much to talk about Kingdom Hearts like you do right now because, like I said, it's all jumbled up in my memory. Like it's been a long time for me since I've kept up and jumped onto Kingdom of Hearts, and so that's something I'll need to check up on and do my research a little bit more and watch more videos and everything. But I'm just gonna say this now. I agree with you. I'm just gonna go with you.
I would recommend you like purchasing like the Kingdom Hearts 1.5 plus 2.5 because like on sale right now. Because
Yeah, I saw it on Amazon just now.
Yeah, when
so
the
that's what I
sale
was
like
doing.
like before like the sale goes off and stuff before and even before playing Kingdom Hearts 3. So yeah, pretty much all in all, I am really looking forward to the Kingdom Hearts 3 game, and I don't really have a lot of money on me at the moment because
Until this fucker comes ask me for it. Talk about the movies.
fuck you.
Just saying.
But
Just
I get
saying.
I get my paycheck this week, and I'm gonna pre-order Kingdom Hearts 2.
That's good.
There's a reason why I don't have a lot of money now. It's because of Dokkan Battle. So this is what happened. New Year's Eve, I got back from like one of the most busiest work shifts I have ever had, and like in my whole entire time working there.
Oh yeah.
So when I got back and stuff, I ordered myself the Nintendo Switch, and I had like $100 left on my check-ins, and I called Hawk 40 USA, and I was like, hey, let's do some summons on Dokkan Battle, because there was like the step up thing that they did, like step 1 like an SSR, and then like step 5 was the LR. I had to buy my Dragon Stones, and I used what I had, and my money was just gone. But it was worth it though, because
He got an LR.
I got an LR, I got SSJ3 Goku.
That's a good thing on your part. Totally good. And just to make it easier for you and also for the viewers, you can just refer me as Hawk. Like, you don't need to be worrying about it or whatever. Just Hawk. Now you have to be saying the whole name, but that's okay. But don't worry, Matthew. I feel you on that. I feel you because I mean I've also wasted my money on Dokkan Battle. I've used my fair share too, so it's okay. I feel you. I feel you.
I mean, you have to get broke like you have to go broke once.
Oh, I went broke so many times.
Like, this is my first time I ever went broke, and now I know like when I should be watching how much I spent. Because at
Yeah.
that time, I wasn't watching how much I was spending.
Yep, and
Now
that
I'm
was your own damn fault.
yeah, that was my damn fault. It's not yours, but it was
Yeah.
mine. And
That is true. That is true.
and when I looked at my bank account, like the night after that, like I saw like 71 cents on my check-ins. I was like, fuck.
Okay, now just saying, just to not trying to get dirty, but that's like you being white girl wasted. Like you went out, had a good time at a party, went to the bar, you just bought some drinks, some shots, you did everything you got, just white girl wasted. Then when you wake up the next day, your freaking account is in the damn hole.
You're not seeing this, but I'm flipping him off. So fuck you.
Hey, I'm just saying, I'm just giving you crap. Just saying, maybe you just got a little bit white girl wasted, but that's okay. Just say it to you, fam. But anyways, besides that point and everything, what do you think? I mean, what are your thoughts about for this year?
Well,
Just to have this little bit of a closing small subject. How do you see yourself in 2019?
well, I see like some changes going down and stuff. Like not like even bad changes, but just like really right choice of a change and stuff. Because like 2018 was just
It was bad
Yeah,
for
like,
it was
for-
bad. It was bad for both of us.
yeah, it was bad for the both of us. Like we were devastated as hell. We don't really want to say it because it's way too personal for us.
But you know, we'll save that for a future podcast.
Yeah, we'll save it for a future podcast, so don't worry. But 2018, when it ended, I was just fucking happy it just ended because I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start fresh this 2019.
And you'll be set, and like I feel you on that. Like I feel you on that and everything. Geez, like I mean, because I was there, right? I was right there, right beside you. I felt you, and I mean, you and I were both going through tough times. Like we were both going through bad times, and I totally get that. And for me, as a little bit of a teaser, just from me on my side, I had a terrible freaking breakup, and you know it.
Yeah.
That was just horrible to end off. Like just halfway through, like about like 60% way through 2018, and that breakup happening. But like I said, we'll save that for future podcasts because, like I said, this isn't just gonna be all anime related. We're gonna be touching a bunch of subjects and everything else. But besides that point, continue on. Like, where do you, like how far, like what do you think you're gonna accomplish in 2019? Like personal goals that you're okay with sharing, of course, not going too far.
Right. So 2019, like since it was like a really negative like time, I wanted to make sure I stay positive, but like not positive at the point where I'm trying to like motivate everyone else to be positive because I cannot like change people's emotions. Like you can't change people's emotions of like what they're going through and stuff. But like I want to be positive for myself in particular. And
For sure.
we're gonna stick together for 2019.
For a long ass time.
Yeah,
Our friendship is staying.
not like this year, but we're just gonna stick together for a long time because you and I, you're gonna get back into it, but I'm gonna get started. We're gonna start exercising.
Oh yeah.
And it's gonna be fucking fun.
So okay, so I know you brought that up, and so that is true. And I remember him calling me and mentioning about working out and all that and touching bases on me with that.
Mm-hmm.
And just to clarify with everyone, and with Matthew, and he knows it for himself, is that I was a big time working out person.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I could run a 6-minute mile, like 6.5 minute mile, between that time frame. I can lift a ton of weights. Like, I mean, I'm starting to get back into it, but like I'd say like a few months ago, it's because it's been a while. I could bench 215, 220. I can squat, like literally, and the thing is that this is no joke. This is dead serious, guys. I can back squat 340. between 300 and 340 pounds.
He's not lying, you guys. Like, he's being fucking serious.
Dead serious. And then my deadlift, it's around the same area, 350.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like around that area. But things though, we're gonna be getting back into working out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be helping you out with that because you asked me for it, and I got you. I'm gonna be your trainer. Be getting you those proteins. Be getting you that Saiyan trait, and you can be going all up in that.
And we have a thing, Saiyans till the end.
Exactly.
And also, when the Kingdom Hearts 3 opening theme comes out, I'm instantly gonna be having that on repeat whenever I go to the gym, because it's called Face My Fears, and
for sure.
That's gonna be like a really perfect, good song for me to work out. I'm not gonna be using that a lot, but I'm just gonna be using like different songs for like workouts and stuff. But
yes, I agree with you on that one.
But
because that's the thing with listening to music, it pumps you up. Like, ooh,
it pumps
I'm
you
ready
the fuck
to go
out, man. Like, come on. But like 2019, I think is gonna be our year. Like, we're not gonna use 2019 just to prove everyone that we can do great, but
we'll want that to go to you also, like as motivation.
Yeah.
Like, think about it, man.
Yeah, think about it. But also just to like improve for myself, like what I could do. But as much as we love to talk, we have to
get going. We have to end this podcast right here. That's okay.
Yeah, it's okay though. But we're gonna be back next week.
Yes, we're gonna say next week. It may not obviously be Wednesday or something, but we're gonna figure out like a day where we'll do a podcast on that consecutive same day.
Yeah,
we'll figure that out once future podcasts, and we also do some planning. We'll get that all figured out, but either just suspect another podcast between Thursday night to Saturday night. Okay. Just in between that time frame, just for everyone, because like I said, we gotta make the video. We gotta edit the video. Well, not okay. I'm still in that YouTube mindset. We have to get the podcast out. We have to record the podcast. Then we have to edit the podcast, make sure it's all good and we're doing great. And then we have to upload it. And it takes a few hours. It takes some time.
Yeah, it takes a few hours. And I also forgot that we may have our next podcast to be a video podcast. We'll see. But also, after we get done, after we stop recording, we're gonna try to figure out our name for our podcast show, and we'll have a name for when we do our other podcasts. But we're just gonna leave it here. If you like what we're gonna be doing for 2019, you can subscribe and you can follow us on Twitter. Mine is Matthew Sinatra _. His is
oh geez, I mean, maybe I should have my Twitter all memorized.
You should have your Twitter all memorized.
I mean, hey, I only go on there just to get rid of my notifications. I mean, don't be giving me crap.
All right.
So okay, there we go. My Twitter name and my Twitter thing got taken. I was pretty sad about it. So my Twitter is Hawk 4040 USA.
4040 USA.
Because when I tried to make my Twitter just Hawk 40 USA, that was already taken. I was mad. I was pissed off. But it's okay. It's okay. It's besides the point.
It's fine. But so yeah, you can follow us on Twitter again, Matthew Sinatra _ and ring the bell so you can get notified when our next podcast is up. But thank you guys for hearing.
Thank you very much.
And we'll see you in the next one.
Man, hey, you took my line from my other videos. What the hell is wrong with you? Okay, but we better end this podcast. We better end this before I beat your ass.
See you, Space Cowboys.
Oh my god, man. Why?